Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Mr. 4K. All right, so I really had to make this video. This has to be said because I spend $600 on this device, just like majority of you have on a PlayStation VR 2. And when I say majority, I mean the ones that were, hyped about it, just like I was hyped about it. The ones that were excited about it, just like I was excited about it, and I made a bunch of videos me talking about how excited I am about the PlayStation VR 2, looking at all the cool features that it has with the 4K HDR, OLED screen, haptic feedback, sense controllers, etc., etc. Before I continue into this video, I need to emphasize something that I already emphasized throughout my previous videos. I have no issues and problems with PlayStation VR 2 technology. PlayStation VR 2 tech, it's top notch. All right? The quality, everything, it's top notch. So let's just clarify that. My issue with PlayStation VR 2, it's not from a tech point of view. Technology that's built inside the PlayStation VR 2, it's pretty freaking awesome. So let's put that on the side. My issue is the lack of app development and programs and softwares, right? You would think that there would be more indie developers jumping in on creating more apps and experiences like they do on the Facebook and Steam Valve and HTC Vive, etc., etc. You would think that there would be more developers jumping in on board to work with this technology for PlayStation VR 2. I don't know why there aren't any developers really working on it because it is Sony. Uh, but that's why I'm making this video, because I'm asking these questions and I'm wondering what's going on with PlayStation VR 2, because PlayStation VR 2, it's really in a weird kind of a limbo place, honestly. And let's look at the PlayStation VR 2. From my point of view, I've been using PlayStation VR 2 since it came out February 22nd. Granted, I had a great time with Gran Turismo 7, but that's subjectively. All right, that's me for my own selfish reasons looking at it subjectively. And I'm not making this video to talk about it for my subjective selfish reasons. All right. For me personally, Gran Turismo 7 and, watching the movies in a big cinema mode, it's more than enough. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about this product and how is it going to survive if it's not appealing to majority of people? How is it going to survive the market? You have to look at it from a business point of view. How is it going to survive the market, especially with the Oculus Quest 3 coming out? So these are the questions that I have to ask. Okay, again, subjectively, I'm okay with Gran Turismo 7. I can play it forever. Even a kayak VR Mirage, I can play it forever. And I can watch the movies on it forever. But that's looking at it from a subjective point of view. I'm talking about um, long run survival in the VR market point of view. How's this device going to survive if it's not appealing to a lot of people? You have to appeal to a lot of people, man, if you want the product to survive. How do you appeal to a lot of people? First of all, you got to have some AAA big hitters out there. You got to have Spider-Man. You got to have um, God of War, Uncharted. You got to have something out there. Even The Last of Us in VR. You got to have something that's going to appeal to people, to a lot of people, like Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR. Just Grand Theft Auto 5 in VR on PlayStation VR 2 would be more than enough to appeal to millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people. Okay, so you got to have something. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up like Xbox. There's just nothing there. just a bunch of phone games, indie games that you can get for free. All right. So my question is this: what's going on with PlayStation VR 2? You can't even buy it in the stores. You can't walk into a store and buy it, which I don't understand why you can't do that. You should be able to walk into a Brand Smart USA, Walmart, Target, GameStop, Best Buy. You should be able to walk into these stores and you should be able to pick one up, no problems, no issues. You should be able to buy an additional controller in case you lose the other ones or the other ones break. You should be able to check out the demo station to see what this thing looks like and feels like before you spend $600. There should be some sort of a demo station built inside the Best Buy, Target, Walmart, GameStop. You should be able to, even BrandSmart USA, you should be able to check out these PlayStation VR 2 headsets before you buy them. All of this would help with the sales, would help reach out more people. But we're not seeing that. That's not being done. Uh, we're not seeing any advertisement. We're not seeing Sony saying anything about it. It's almost like it doesn't even exist, to be honest with you. It's just not they're not talking about it, which is so bizarre and weird. And it makes you wonder why they even created this headset in the first place if they're being so quiet and they're not saying anything. Um, so these are the red flags that I have to acknowledge. And it's one of the main reasons why I stopped playing PlayStation VR 2 because I'm like, what's going on here, man, with this headset? I mean, look at Oculus Quest and how many developers are working on the Oculus Quest. How many apps are being pumped daily? All sorts of different experiences that you can check out and use, right? Tons of social app experiences, tons of stuff for you to check out and try and see. Uh, Tons of games being pumped out daily. But you don't see that on the PlayStation VR 2. And why is it that you don't see that on the PlayStation VR 2? Because indie developers are not going to go to a market that's niche, that's in the limbo. If I'm a developer, I want to jump on a big market like Amazon, right? I want to be out there with the big dogs so I can put myself out there in the front street. And Amazon would be the best place to do that, right? A big platform, right? And Oculus, MetaQuest, Facebook, it is a big platform, and that's why you have majority of these developers working for to make these apps for Quest 2 and Quest future Quest 3 that's coming out because that's where the big money is. That's where you're gonna make most of your money. That's where you're gonna get rich. They're not gonna go to PlayStation VR 2 because there's nothing. It's nothing there. It's almost a dead platform at this point. And they're asking $600 plus you gotta have a PlayStation 5. That's $1,000 right there. So the question people are gonna say, well, why should I spend $1,000 when I can just go ahead and get something that's $300 or $400? I'm not required to have any consoles tethered to. I'm not required to have any PC tethered to. It's portable. Power it, charge it, take it with me everywhere, and have fun. And if I want to plug it to a PC, I can do that as well and enjoy the PC VR on top of that as a bonus. So of course, majority of people are gonna go and say, well, the Meta Quest is the king of VR currently because it gives you the best of the both worlds for a reasonably good price that you pay. PlayStation VR 2, it's not the case. PlayStation VR 2 has only two exclusive games. That's Gran Turismo 7, which I enjoy and love, but keep in mind, Gran Turismo 7 it's a special interest. That's not going to appeal to majority of people. It's a very subjective special interest. That's number one. Number two, you got Call of the Mountain. Call of the Mountain, well, it's okay, but it's not a system seller. It's not something that's going to make me go out and purchase the VR right away. It's a linear experience. It's a repetitive experience. Nothing there to write home about and brag about. And then you got Resident Evil 8 Village, which is fine. I enjoyed it. But Resident Evil 8, it's only timed exclusive on PlayStation VR 2. It's not fully exclusive to PlayStation VR 2. You'll be able to play it on the Steam VR. You'll be able to play it on the PC next year. So it's timed exclusive. And that's maybe like 3 games right there. Kayak, it's available on PC. I can play it on PC. Uh, so you got three like games. And in my honest opinion, it's not enough. It's not enough. So there's so many um, chokeholds, if you know what, if you, for the lack of a better word, there's too many chokeholds right now with the PlayStation VR 2, where it's just kind of stuck. It is stuck in this limbo hole, in this rabbit hole, limbo hole, echo chamber, and it's just nothing going on. Um, all I'm saying is this: I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Sony proves me wrong down the road, and they bring some cool stuff, some cool features. Then I'll celebrate. I was like, I'll pop that bottle of Crown Royale and get some whiskey and have fun. Put that headset back on. But currently, I'm not seeing it. It's almost 3.5 months. 3.5 months, almost 4 months. Here we are in mid-May, and still, we don't see any roadmap. We don't see Jim Ryan saying anything about it. We don't see Herman Hulst talking about it. Even Mark Cerny's not saying anything about it. Like, what's going on, dude? And the only conclusion I can come up with, like the title says, it's a failed product, guys. It's not selling the way it should be selling. It's not appealing to a lot of people. It's not appealing to a lot of developers. It's really in some kind of a weird limbo uh, rabbit hole. So, and it's sitting there in that limbo right now. And I'll end the video by saying this: I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Sony can bring something that will surprise me, that will bring the features that will surprise me. But right now, speaking of features, PlayStation VR 2 doesn't even have the ability for you to read a live chat when you are streaming on YouTube. Think about that. It's been almost 3.5 months, almost 4 months since the release, February 22nd, of this headset. And still, they have yet to implement the feature for you to read live chat while you are streaming. And this is the feature that PlayStation VR Original had since day one. So what the heck is going on? I have to end the video by saying this: what in the heck is going on? And I'll end it like that. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you later. Take care. Maybe I'll see you in a live stream. Take care.